Hey everyone, it is Christ Watchdog. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to dive into some important life story about Christ Watchdog. So I wear two hats one time. Back there in the past, I used to be community watchdog. That the community watchdog, it was for, you know, the at step away. They had step away, you go out and you go jiggy jiggy and so forth, and you let loose. But now I becomes a Christ watchdog. I do a AI video. I would said last night I up to when you're gonna receive when you're gonna come across this video. Now you have the AI and you have the real Christ watchdog behind the scene. Back there in Jamaica, I'm a guy that is the voice for the people. Is a voice for the people. Before I leave Jamaica and come to Canada, few of my friends, they were encouraging me to go into politician. Yep. And they want me to represent their community. So the MP or what have you, a councillor. Yeah, but time really run out on me. So, opportunity come. And when opportunity come to migrate to Canada, hey, it was my big dream. But back there in my life story and being a young man growing up in Jamaica and doing the street juggling and the hustling here, there, and so forth, and boom on the plantation, and from the plantation, selling stuff in the market like my banana, coconut, yam, potato, orange, avocado, June plum, berries, star apple, name all those type of things. I'm a big hustler. I'm a big hustler back there in Jamaica, and also a big hustler coming to Canada, because once a hustler, you've always been a hustler. It's still in the system. You have to know how to navigate yourself around to survive. I find myself, many people who might be watching this, I find myself going to Maypen Market. Maypen Market, that's in Clarendon. I don't know what Maypen Market look like now, but I know when I used to go there, it used to be into an open lot, a common that you just go in, you spread your produce out and you just sell. Then a few years after, I know that they are building up a new section, so I can't say much about a new section. Then I said that journey too far, so I went to Old Harbour Market and was in Old Harbour Market too, selling. I also went to the Coronation Market in Kingstown and to sell. I even went to 3 Mile, and to sell. This big hustler. I'm telling you, I'm a big hustler. So anyway the juggling is, yeah, I'm juggling. I'm a big hustler. So I end up now come out of the market business now. So I'm tired of the market business. So I'm gonna hit the street now and I'm gonna do buy and sell. I'm gonna buy my clothes, my shoes, watches, chain, bundle, everything for the ladies and for the man and for the guys them who go party and all those type of things, So I'm a big hustler. I'm just keep on just flipping my money and just flipping things all around. And then I said, okay, I'm going to increase it now to photographer, because I have passion within photographer and videographer. So it's something that what inside of me. Even when I went to Kingstown at the CPTC school to get my certificate to become qualified. I was qualified before, but everything they want, a piece of paper to see that you went to this institution. So I went there. Even when I went inside there, and it was something that they said, but you're not even, you shouldn't even be here because you already know it. But even though you know it, you still have to go and to sit and to listen and to take your training. And at the end of the day, they certify you, and that's it. You come out. So I been through there, and I come out of that, and I come on the street back again, and start my juggling again, big hustling, big juggling. I end up find myself now have my own photo studio. There is I won't call him my name still, but there was a photographer, a photo studio in Ocherius. I brought my proposal to that man and tell that man, said, hey, this is what I wanted to do. And that man, he was so compassionate with me and so forth, and rejoiced with me. That man rejoiced with me. I'm telling you, man, the man rejoiced with me. Man who have big photo studio I'm talking about, He was rejoicing with them, and I said, I would like to do business in Port Maria, that's St. Mary. And that man said, okay, what do you want from me? I said, I like a tripod. I would like my first deposit down upon the building. And that man didn't hesitate. That man, he didn't even write a check. He just give it to me cash. I won't say how much. And boom, I open up my business. Big hustler I'm telling you about. I'm a hustler. From there, so everybody just know me. And, my studio used to be Blues Photo Studio. Yeah, come see Blue first. Yeah, man. So I make my name on the street. I make my name that even when I go back to Jamaica now, that fame, it's still there. I can't just walk on the street ordinary like that. I have to stop and to talk to everyone because they know me that I was the voice of the people. They know who I am. They know that I'm a photographer, videographer. They know I'm into every little area. So even going back to Jamaica now, boy, I think it take me like a month or probably 2 months to be there to really get down to the grassroots people and to really spend time with them, to sit and to talk with them and so forth. But look out Jamaica, look out St. Mary. I'm coming soon there, and I'm going to make sure this time I'm coming with my camera to sit and to talk with you guys, to hear what you guys have to say. I don't forget back in the days. So look out Jamaica, St. Mary. Yes, I'm going to shine my camera there. Then I end up finding myself into cable channel. It was 2 persons who seek me out. That cable channel is no more longer in it doesn't owned by that company anymore. I think it owned by Flow. Allegedly, I think it owned by Flow, but I know when I was used to work at that cable company, it was Northeastern Satellite Cable Company. The gentleman seek me out. I won't call any name or what have you, but he seek me out to come to the channel. So I went to the channel and take up that offer, and they provide me with 1 cable channel. That cable channel will be named Channel 3. Allegedly, it no longer exists anymore. Allegedly, I heard that it is different owner now own it. So that channel now, it used to be the community channel. Everyone now, when they come on the weekend, like Saturday night and like Sunday night, oh boy, those people, those guys, anywhere they are, they try to tune in to Channel 3. It's like I clean the street, I clear the street, so all road lead to your home. So because they're wondering what Watchdog is coming with on that channel. So I keep that channel lively. Because I have a channel for myself as a Watchdog in Jamaica. I have my own channel through the Northeastern Satellite Cable Company. Through my boss, he set that platform so things go on it. And that platform becomes so well known in Jamaica. Then that's where my life began there. And then when the opportunity came to me now to come to Canada, it came to me while I was around the video camera, video shooting for that channel. I won't tell you the source how I get into Canada, but I came into Canada through my camera, the channel, and my photographer skill. That what I gained out there, I learned out there in the street, brought me to Canada. But during those time when I was in Jamaica, there is difficult times that what really face me. There's challenges that face me there. Challenges that face me there. I have my mother. My mother, she took sick, and it was a big shock for me and big surprise because my mother was one of those busy woman, keep working. But she took sick, and is how I found out that she took sick. I went to Kingston. I leave St. Mary early, I think it's on a Thursday morning, because I have to go into Kingston to reach the market to buy clothes and to come back over. So like the Thursday evening I come back over, now I can start sell my clothes, jewels and so forth. From Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm on the street. Like I said, guys, I'm a big hustler, so I'm on the street. But one Thursday evening I came home back, and when the bus dropped me off at the gate, I went inside and I saw my family, my mother, my baby mother at that time, and I think one of the baby was on the bed. But when I come in still, I see my mother lying down on the bed, and I've been saying, Mama, I'm here. But I hear no response, but I see she start to like make a shuffle, and then I catch her. I see she's gonna fall off of the bed. So I catch her, and when I catch her, I say, Mama, you don't see her fall off of the bed. I hear no response. I hear no response. After hearing no response, and I see that something really wrong, that she's not who she's supposed to be. So I just poop, shot back out on the road, and the bus go up by the crossroad and turn around to come back down. So I just flag down that bus again, and I just say, hey, my mother's sick, I need to go up by the hospital with her. And boom, head to the hospital and so forth. Boom, then said, okay, this is what happens, stroke, so she's or what have you, left side gone, mouth, everything gone. Hey, challenges really reach the Watchdog, I'm telling you, man. Challenges reach the Watchdog. Anyway, the Watchdog, for some reason, there is something inside of me. I wasn't a Christian. I was one of those guys with curse a lot of, you know, those words. I chip them. I chip them like when they're lightning flashing. But in life, guys, if you're watching me and listening to me so far, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Because what I'm saying to you, this is not a story that what I make up or a story that I hear from somebody else. This is my life story, my experience I'm sharing. I'm sharing no one experience. And this experience is between me and my mother today. I'm sharing this experience. My mother, she's a Christian. She's a praying person. She's a praying person. That woman, boy, the woman then said, I came to Emmanuel Church to see the man, or to hear the man who shout out Jesus, hallelujah. Yes, my mother, she is worse than me. When she go into church, right now, even though, yes, she's still alive, even though she cannot move as normal like everyone else. My gosh, man, that woman shout for Jesus, hallelujah, glory. That woman up, skip and dance on one foot. I don't know how she do it. And don't ask me how she do it. It's only Jesus Christ can explain it. And she can't even explain it by herself too. But many years, like I told you guys, I was going to market, and this time I was in Old Harbour Market selling. I was in all Harbour Market selling. And then I'm telling you, so I'm a hot stepper in all Harbour Market, you know. Because anywhere I go over the island, everybody know me. Who don't know me yet in St. Mary or what have you, hey, they just born. Check the older folks then. They will tell you who I am. So I'm in all Harbour Market now selling and so forth. I always hear my dad said, you know, I have brothers and sisters out there, what I do not know. Because my father, he worse than me, he's a hard stepper. He have a lot of children. Some of my brothers and sisters, I don't believe I know them up till now. My father passed away. But I don't believe approximately, I said 8, 9, 10 years now or whatever, approximately. When my father told me that I have brothers and sisters out there, I said, okay. Because this man is a hard stepper. So I'm in Old Harbour Market. Get back to the point. I'm in Old Harbour Market. And I'm going to come back to my mother. I'm in Old Harbour Market and I've been selling. So it happened that I went to Old Harbour Market like the Thursday night. Traveled the whole night on some dangerous, deadly road to go to Old Harbour Market from St. Mary. And when I'm in the market now, I come in the market to occupy my stall. I'm talking about Jamaican people now who know about the market life living and how you have to cut out a piece of spot, square out a piece of spot for yourself. Just okay, this is here now. But so you have some girls now from Kingston now, the man and woman from Kingston now. Children come from Kingston. They claim that they're bad and everybody afraid for them because they are Kingston, because these Kingston people, them a chopper, them a shatter, no ramp with them. But you know, them buck up on the Watchdog still. But when they run into the Watchdog, it's a woman running into the Watchdog that day. And it is 2 women running to the Watchdog that day. When those 2 women run into the Watchdog, they think it was an easy dog they're gonna face that time. I come out now with my handcart. Handcart, who know about Jamaican handcart, the 4-wheel handcart where you push with the truck steering up here. So I come out with my cart now, man. I'm ready to pack out my stall now, man. I see a lady now, man, spread out like a Miss Lou. The woman spread out all her something them, you know. There's no spot now for Watchdog. Watchdog spot gone. I said, hey, lady, this is my spot. You got to pack up. You got to move. That lady get up, you see, man. And when that lady get up, that lady start reel out some piece of material. Yes, she sell material, you know. A clothes the woman sell, you know. But the woman start reel out some piece of material. And I tell me some piece of material, and then me just try draw back some material upon her too, you know. And they start lash her with some material too, you know. Hey, man. Then I hear a woman, one of my friends to me say, like I say, Watchdog. She didn't say Watchdog, let her refer. She said Galloway. Galloway. Behave yourself. Or otherwise, Pastor. Behave yourself. Do you hear the name? Galloway or otherwise Pastor. Don't tell me about Pastor. I don't know that name. I'm a hard stepper. I'm chipping some material. That when I chip those material, fire gash off of them. If you know what I'm saying. And the lady said, Galloway. And I have on the blinders like this. Because I'm going after that girl from Kingston. Because, hey, that spot is my spot and I'm not giving it up without a fight. Man, that time, my machete, I have a machete that my coconut, to cut the water coconut, to cut jelly. I was a bad cutlass man back there, put jelly up here. I was a bad machete man. Guys, the way I'm so bad with machete. The time when them talk about saying, this man will sing one song, we say, my God, America, and he packing machete. He packing machete when he reach custom, the Hawkins say, where am I go with machete? He said, my God, America with it. They say, where am I do with it? He said, more chop bush. Well, this time, I didn't carry my machete from Jamaica come to Canada. But I come to Canada and come back up a machete. Within Canada, the very first lawn I'm going to cut, I take up that machete. I didn't brought the machete came to Canada. I came to Canada and see the machete. But the lawn need to cut. And I don't know nothing about lawnmower or weed whopper or what have you. I go and I buy a file and I sharp up that machete, sharp it up. And when I start whip that grass, whop, 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 whop. All of a sudden, one car pull over. One car pull over and one lady come out and said, "Hey, man, you're from Jamaica?" I said, "Yes." And I said, "How do you know I'm from Jamaica?" And he said, "Then I use machete or firing cut grass. This is something strange." So I'm a cutlass whopper, chop, chop. So the first grass that I cut in Canada, I cut it by a machete. Because, like I said, in Jamaica, I'm a big hustler, I'm a machete man. I sell yam, banana, coconut, jelly, water, coconut, all those things I sell. So I know about my machete. So that morning, man, I draw my machete on the ground, and fire gash off of it. Hey, man. That girl jump up same time when the lady said, "Girl, how you behave yourself and not put yourself in trouble." You know the girl say, "It is not me, it is him." The woman who called to me said, "Girl, how you behave yourself." Turn to her and said, "I'm not talking to you, lady. I'm talking to Galloway." She said, "No, my name is Galloway." No, her name is Galloway. I said, "My name is Galloway." I said, "What?" She said, "Yes, for your name is Galloway." I said, "What type of Galloway you?" And she said, she called her name. I said, "Who are your father?" He said, "Nah, man." I said, "Where your father come from?" St. Mary. I said, "What type of work your father do?" "He drive taxi." I said, "Which part of town your father live?" She tell me. He said, "Listen me, if you name Galloway, and if you talk about the same man, when me I talk about you now, you see, Saturday morning, when you come from Kingston, bring that man down here, your father. Let me see if it's the same Galloway you're talking about." The Saturday morning, when she come down, long and behold, I'm a father. The very first time I meeting my sister, he did told me that I have many sisters and brothers out there what I do not know. I almost chop up my sister. I almost slap her up with the machete. I always slap up her with the machete. And that is the reason why we clash. Because it's like the blood, it's inside of us. So we clash. That's the way I meet one of my sisters. There are many more there that I don't really meet as yet. I heard that one of them, my brother, is in Canada. I don't meet him face to face, but I know him know me. But I don't really know him. I don't know what he look like. So at the same time, I'm not straying from my mother now. What I'm telling you, if it's okay, my mother gets struck, so I'm going to come back with that. But I'm going to show you how sometimes some things lead up to some things that you have to ask God. It's only God alone could do this. This is what I'm saying. It's not story about somebody else I'm talking about. I'm telling you my real life event. My real life event, that what I go through. I go through it. This is my experience I'm speaking about. I'm not speaking about some random people or what have you. No, don't get me wrong. It's Watchdog. From Watchdog, from coming into Watchdog in Jamaica, comes out to Christ Watchdog. So I'm telling you about my life story. After that second and so forth, and I meet my sister and, my big sister, and, respect goes out for me too and so forth. She always said big brother and so forth, brother. So, you meet in such a unique way. And I'm telling you something now. You see, when a man of God, when a true man of God call you, pray over you, it's good. It's good. Prayer work. But this time it was not pastor. I meet up on that same day when I intend to slap up my sister with a machete. It's a woman. And I'm not gonna say I won't call this name. Because this woman, approximately 33 years ago, there is a lady named Lady Higgins from Portmore, Jamaica. From Portmore, Jamaica. I said Kingstown, Jamaica. Because she who told me this said, remember when you becomes a minister, remember say a Lady Higgins tell you so. I come from Portmore. So Lady Higgins, if you are alive, big up yourself. And Lady Higgins, thank you. When that woman stand up in a Oliver market and see me chipping those material and the lightning that come off of the words that will come out of my mouth, that lady stand up patiently and wait till when I finish the matter. And then she said, come here, son. She said, how much for that water coconut, that jelly? So I threw that, and I threw, and she said, give me that one. She said, cut it for me. And I cut the water coconut and I give for the woman. And when I'm giving the woman the water coconut into her hand, the same time I'm putting, let us say if I can use something as a point of contact. So this is a point of contact, please. Yeah, it's a point of contact. The same time I'm putting the water coconut into the lady and like this. I'm putting the water coconut in the lady and like this. And the lady hold on onto my hand and said, listen me, son, you don't know me, but I know you. God wants you to use you. God wanted to use you. You might not know it now, but when the day come, he said, remember me. My name is Lady Higgins from Portmore, and I prophesy this over your life that God wanted to use you. Talking about good minister, good prophet. Minister always pray over my life and so forth. But none never work out or stick to the way I say, this one stick to me. That is why I always say to people said, when a pastor pray for you, you can run around and laugh. But it's when a prophet prophesies something over you, hey, there is no escape. There is no escape. It's a must what that prophet prophesy over your life is going to come true. So through that, I afraid for prophet. I afraid for prophet. The true prophet, I afraid for them because anything that what they say gonna happen to you, it's going to happen. Don't worry. Even though it don't happen at the same time, it will come. Yeah, it's gonna tarry, but wait on it. It's gonna come. Now I'm going back to my mother now. My mother takes sick and going to the hospital and so forth, and my own family, the village people, they give my mother up, say she die. The doctors then give my mother up, say she die. She won't make it. But something inside of me burning. This is my mother, beloved mother. No, she will not die. She will stay alive. Every day after I do my juggling on the road and walk, I walk miles in body, miles. Because I didn't have vehicle to travel around. So you know what, a juggler, you have to walk miles, villages on top of villages to sell. After doing all those people walking to sell things, to put food on your table, after when I reach home, I have to take a shower. And then I have to walk miles again. People who in St. Mary, who know Geddestown, and who know Portmore Hospital, and know that you have to walk from Geddestown to Portmore Hospital, then can tell us, hey, that's a whole ton load of mile that. Morning, noon, and night I have to walk it to visit my mother in the hospital. Visit my mother in the hospital and to make sure that she stay alive and to carry some food she couldn't eat. She can't eat, so everything I have to make sure, I said, she drink it through straw. Like porridge, she have to drink it through straw. Like soup, she can't, her mouth cannot open. And there's nothing the doctor then can do to help her. There's nothing. And to make matters worse, to let me feel down, what these doctors do, they bring her into a back ward that where they draw the curtain and say, okay, those are the people who are not going to make it. They're just waiting now till death come and to collect them. I was wrought inside. I was really upset inside. But you know, my mother never hear me cuss bad word. From the day I born, and I tell us I cuss a lot of bad word. My mother up till today, my mother don't even know that me cuss bad word. And if she even know, she only hear. But she never hear it out of my mouth. Say I cuss bad word. If I tell my mother no, if I say, you know, say your son curse bad word back there, she would say no. Because she never hear it out of my mouth. I don't blame her. She don't hear it out of my mouth. If she hear it out of my mouth, then she can say yes. But she never hear it out of my mouth. I was so wrath that something boiling up in me. Because I'm a hot stepper. I don't know nothing about this man, Jesus Christ. Only this lady in a all about market prophesied to me and said, God want me to use me. A whole sinner like me. A whole sinner like me. We had chopped on dirty, heft, left, right, and center. And this woman come meet me in the market and tell me, say, God want me to use me. But today, I can be able to call that woman, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. That woman prophesied over my life. I must say about 35, 33, 34, approximately those years that woman prophesied over me. And it is 2017. I end up becomes a fully man of God. After so many years, this woman prophesied over me. I afraid for the good prophet them. The prophet them who want to live up to Jesus Christ, I pray for them. If a prophet prophesy over your life, hey, don't take it simple. Don't take it simple. It's going to happen. Don't worry. It's going to happen. It's going to tarry, but wait on it. Wait on it. It will come. Just wait. The man said, God want me for you. God want to use me. I never even realized, oh, God been creeping up and me so unique and using me during my difficult days of not knowing him and not bowing down to him and worship him. Every day the village people is like they're waiting. How is your mother? They don't really want to say the news that I want to give to them. They don't want to hear that news. The news that what they want to hear is a sad news. But each day, my mother, hold on, my mother is strong. Finally one day, I said, I'm going to break the law. I'm going to break the law now. Because I can't sit down and see my mother really sitting down, lying down into that hospital without no care. Just waiting on her number. And her number not come yet. The Bible says she shall live and not die. The Bible says greater is he that in she than he that is in the world. And greater is he that is in me, who is speaking to me, than he that is in the world. So you know what? I go home back to my village. And there is a guy, he used to drive a vehicle. He's in the state now. I won't call his name, but you know, back there, those days they used to have the Aston Cambridge car. Them have the Aston Cambridge van. So the Aston Cambridge vehicle, now they used to run, you know, back in the days when you the yellow cab taxi in Kingston. Yellow cab, those cars now is antique. So I asked the gentleman, say, can you come to me? Can you come to me at the hospital to collect my mother. And he said, what? Your mother get discharged? I said, no, she don't get discharged. And he said, oh, you go for your mother don't get discharged. How that? He said, just come with me. I'm going to the hospital. Guys, what I'm saying now. Don't do what I do in Jamaica. Don't do what I do in Jamaica. If you do it here in Canada, you go to prison. Don't do it here, and don't do it by yourself. What I did, God was with me. It wasn't me alone. What I did, God was with me. You know, just like how the damn didn't come and knock on the door when those apostles, and I say, Peter them in a prison, Peter in a prison and get locked up and so forth. And them I say, no, man. Peter can't be at the door no knocking. No, the man they lock up, man. And the angel opened the door. The angel opened the door and let those guys out. That's why I'm saying don't do what I do, because the angels was with me when I'm going to my mother. Not knowingly that the angels then was with me going. I did have the blinders on, not knowingly that Jesus sending angel dispatch angels to accompany me to go into a hospital. And when I go into the hospital, I take my mother out of the hospital. You see the room that then draw that curtain and say, she's waiting on death round there. Hey, it wasn't death go and take her from that hospital. It is me who go to the back door where death should have come through to take my mother. I went through that door and I took my mother out of that hospital. I discharged my own mother. I don't make doctor discharge my mother for me. I did not let doctor discharge my mother out of that hospital. I went inside and discharged my mother myself out of that hospital. That man watchdog yet. Me just the least. Me at the bottom of the barrel. So I went inside the room that they draw the curtain and said, okay, there's no one. I think they have it in here in Canada too, that, you know, the people who they know they're not going to make it, then put them in a certain ward and so forth. That ward will then put my mother into and to wait for say, that man death will come to take her. No, it wasn't that man death went inside and take her. It is me went inside, watchdog, me went inside and take my mother out. I discharged my mother out of that hospital. You know, I would say approximately, and many days after they miss my mother. Many days after they miss my mother, that my mother is not around here. I take my mother out. What the doctor said, guys. Guys, if you read to so far, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Whatsoever crisis you are going through, no sickness or whatever, whatsoever you're going through right now, listen carefully. If it is possible, just do not rely on the doctor's final decision. I'm not saying to you, said, don't take your medication. Don't get me wrong. Take your medication what doctor gives to you. But within Christ, Jesus Christ, have a hope. Have hopes that the condition that what you're into is not permanent. It's just temporarily. Continue to take your medication and have that hopes in Jesus Christ that my condition is just temporarily. It's not permanent. What doctor said about my mother, it's permanent. There's nothing. No. God forbid. I went inside that hospital and I discharged my mother myself. I take her home with me. And I go home with my mother. And I nurse and I bathe and I do everything with my family and so forth. We all come together. My baby mother, Joy, Beverly, she helped with my mother, also me. Oh boy, the things that what I did with Christ, Jesus Christ, like I said, it wasn't me alone. I take home my mother, and my mother now start to come back strong, now start to eat food. My mother start to drink now. My mother start to, her mouth lean like that. And she just sing for Jesus. Hey, boy. Then my mother now is like to get her to where I really want her. It didn't come with just an easy breakthrough like that. It come with struggling, because I need my mother to stand. I need my mother to walk, and the determination that was inside of me, it just keep on going. Go after my mother. It's okay, Mom, you gotta do this. Mom, you gotta do that. I said, Mom, I'm not gonna be here with you at all times. One day I'm not gonna be around you. Glory be to God. The training, the vigorous, the rough training that what I put my mother under. My mother cried tears and said, I'm a wicked man. Look what I'm doing to her. But within every sadness, there's happiness inside of it. To the day, I'm not in Jamaica. My mother is still alive and she's in Jamaica. I am in Canada. My mother can walk around now and help herself. The time when I'm putting my mother through those military training during her sickness, because doctor put her down to say, okay, she finished. Dr. Jesus said, no. Dr. Jesus said, son, I'm going to work through you to work on your mother. This is how I wanted to do it. I put my mother in some vigorous training. In the house, I will run one string from this corner, one over there, straight across the bed, and she have to hold on with that one hand and to stand up and to walk around and to either use the potty to pee or to poo into. Don't worry, the pee or the poo or whatever, that's okay, I will clean it up. Sometimes that string, it radam, she fall into all the pee, the poo, everything, radam. I said, okay, Mom, you gotta get up, you gotta help yourself. You gotta help yourself. Through that regression, my mother cried, said, I'm wicked. But one day, one Sunday morning, I can remember that now, that I'm outside because I'm a barber. I cut my own hair, I do my own shaving and so forth. Barber don't really get my money. I do everything for myself because that is in my family. My grandfather, Arthur Brian, no one ever trim him. No barber ever put it on their head. My children, them know, no one really trim them. No one really cut my son them ear or what have you. They do it themselves. So one Sunday, I'm out by the roadside, means a Aki Tree barber. So every Sunday morning, guys line up on my gate and I cut here. One morning I see my mother get up and put on clothes and say she got a church. The church where she's going is like, put it said approximately a mile. It can be more, it can be less. My mother is gonna walk and go to church. The person who doctor said dead, not gonna make it. One man make the tree cut here, and my mother said she going to church. Glory be to God. I have a Rastaman stick, one of those, everybody in Jamaica we know Rastaman have them look a cane and so forth. I have a Rastaman stick that, for some reason I don't know how I come with that Rastaman stick. But I have that stick and I see she drawing, and I gave her the stick. And I said, brace on this to go to church. I didn't go with her to church. She alone struggled to church that morning. She alone struggled from church and come back home. And she did it several Sundays. Several Sundays she did it. And one Sunday I'm at the Aki Tree, cutting here again. And I see she coming back down with the cane. She coming from church with the cane. And she started to smile. And she said, Son, I make it to church, son. Son, church was nice. So I said, Mom, let me see the stick that you're walking on. And she gave me that stick into my hand. And you know what? I hold that stick like that. And I come like this, BAM! And I break that stick. And I throw that stick down on the ground. And I say, you will never walk with any of that stick again. tears leave her eye and come down. I said, you will never walk with that stick again. Many days after my mother started to walk by herself, she go into that church approximately a mile, can be more, can be less. She go into church without that stick. Guys, if you reach so far, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. This is real life story I'm telling you about now. I'm talking to you about my mother and myself now. My mother and myself now I'm talking to you about. This is real life story. You know, the same person who my mother said, I'm wicked to her. Look how I'm doing. Look what I'm doing to her, you know. One night I'm in the house and my mother come from church. Because church, I didn't really go to church. I don't really deal with church people because all what I know they do, they make a lot of, and the things that what they're doing, nah. I said me and them can't worship in the same place. My mother coming from church one night and said, son, let me tell you something. Thank you very much for all the things that what you do to me. Thank you. I believe, son, that you were doing something wicked to me. That's why I cry and say, look what you're doing to me. But if you never did this to me, son, I would be lying down on the bed. Couldn't even take care of myself if you didn't do that to me. She said, you know why I'm sharing this testimony with you? She said, tonight I testify in the church what happened to me and how it worked out in her favor. And when the church congregation, visitors and so forth, because it was a big gathering, people from outside, from different villages come in and so forth. You know, when you see those bustle would come in and different, yeah. And she testified. And she said, so many souls give their life to Jesus Christ. So many people give their life to Jesus Christ after hearing the testimony that what she been giving to them. She come back around and she apologized to me and said, son, thank you. And every church my mother go into, the anointing is so strong upon me. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Every church that my mother go into, she share that testimony. And there is souls going to Jesus Christ. There is souls going to Jesus Christ. The enemy is a liar. You don't play with sickness. You don't pet sickness. Sickness is from the pit of hell. So by fire, by force, you have to deal with sickness that way. Sickness, you have to deal with sickness by fire, by force. You can't baby down sickness. By fire, by force. You know, after my mother gave all those testimony and so forth, you know what happened? I end up go back to the hospital with my mother. She come out of the strokes, Caesar. She can move her own function. But what happened now? There is a big lump coming to her left breast. Big lump like a baseball, but hard like a rock. Go back to the hospital. When I go back to the hospital now and give my mother name and so forth, because I'm the one that too responsible for her and so forth. And the doctor pull out my mother chart, or sheet, or document and look on it and said, oh, so you are Mr. Galloway? I said, yes. You are the one that who steal one Vilma out of the hospital? I said, yes. I don't steal my mother out of the hospital. I take my mother out of the ward. That's what you guys said. That is the ward that what people wait until their number call when death come for them. So I took her out and I went home with her. Then he said to me, you know, the lump in your mother's breast and so forth, it need a surgery. She have to cut the breast. I said, Doc. I said, Doc, there's no more knife cut is going to go upon my mother. My mother went through several knife cut before. But I said, Doc, there's no more knife cut is going to go upon my mother. No more. I lose confidence with doctors. That time I lose confidence with doctors. Don't get me wrong, doctors are good. Don't get me wrong. But during that time, I lose confidence. What you said dead, Dr. Jesus said, no, we're not dead, it's alive. The bump into my mother's breast. I said, Doc, she's not going to sign no paper, and I'm not going to sign no paper for no knife cut off my mother's breast. No. The left side, the strokes upon it. The left breast, no, there's a lump just come up into the left breast from nowhere. I said, no, there's no knife cut is going to draw. You know what happened? I hold my mother nice at my arm, and I took my mother out of that hospital, and I went home. Luckily, as you know, your grandparents, them teach you about the olive oil, anointing olive oil, and so forth. So I can't pray. But my mother can pray with her lean mouth. She can pray. So my mother pray. See my mother breast. I reach in and I take my mother breast out. Hey, my mother breast is my breast. That's the breast I used to suck. So I take my mother breast out. That olive oil. Oh boy. I rub my mother breast. I rub my mother breast. I night my mother breast. Morning, noon, and night. My mother pray and me a night. Morning, noon, and night. Guys, finally, if that lump into that breast, if it go up, if it go down, if it go east, west, north, or south, I don't have any explanation to tell you where that lump go. My mother don't have any explanation to tell you where that lump go from that breast. Up till to the day, my mother don't receive back any more lump in her breast. My mother is still doing her walking. It might be not 100% walking like everybody else, but my mother can help herself. She can help herself. When my village people ask the question, how is your mother and so forth? The news of what they were listening for. No. God is a unique God. God is a unique God. So the training that what my mother got through from me, and she said that time I was wicked, that's what she's surviving after now. I said I wasn't going to be there. I didn't know I was going to travel to Canada. I didn't know. I have no one in Canada. Not one person I have in Canada that time when I'm coming here. No, not one. I came here all alone. I live here all alone. I've been on the street all alone. I juggle on the street in St. Mary, and I come to Canada, and I juggle on the street just the same year. I found myself after doing video shoot, coming from a wedding, and to go to my home, there's no vehicle to go home. Where I'm going, it's not so safe. So you know what I do? I spend the night into a crossroad. I sit there with my video camera and so forth. I said, hey, this is where I'm sleeping tonight. So I just said, cold ground was my bed, and rock stone is my pillow. And that's what I do to survive there. I came here. When I came here, people shunned me. They throw me out on the road. They said, okay, you can't stay into my house tonight, blues. In the winter, they push me out. So what I do, I hit the U-Haul truck. The next night, what I do, I hit a car again in the snow. So I survive. I do what I have to do. I'm a big hustler. I have to know how to survive. But yet still, I'm going to church. I'm going to church. And can a church man sleep on the street side and you going to church? Come on. What can really happen this way? What can go this way? What can go this way? Now, guys, let me make sure I clear it up. I didn't baptize that time as yet. But I'm into a church. I'm going into a church. I'm into that church. The members them know who I am. They know. There was nothing hidden. But what? End up on the street. Sleeping on the street. God, you're good. God, you're good. Today I don't have to sleep on the street. I will continue, guys, to pick up on this part again. But what I'm saying to you, don't think it is somebody's story I'm talking about, or I'm fabricating something or what have you. This is real life. And I hope that God give me the strength to really write this book and to really publish this book. Because I know that many going through more difficult times and what I went through. I know your condition, that what you're into now. It might not happen like my one, but it might happen similar to my one. Don't give up. Keep on hanging on. The home that you're into now, and they're giving you the cold shoulder into that home, keep that faith. Don't give up. It's not you alone. God is there with you. Don't give up. I'm just here to encourage you guys. The situation that you find yourself into is not permanent. It's just temporarily. It is in your blueprint. You got to cross that. You got to cross that journey. It's in your blueprint. At the end of the day, you're gonna become out strong. Don't ask me how you're gonna become out strong. I cannot tell you what God is gonna do next. It's only Him alone know what the plan that He have for your life. But just keep believing in Him. Hold on. Hold on. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. The best of the best is yet to come. Don't give up. That struggling what you see you're going through. Don't give up. Your breakthrough is right there. It's so closer than how you think. Your breakthrough is just like a 1 millimeter second away from you. God be with you, man. God be with you all of my fans. I really appreciate you I really appreciate you guys, that you guys sit, listen to me, and I can share my story with you as a Christ watchdog. Check out the AI video last night that I sent out, and this is the version, the man behind the scene, behind this one, telling you exactly the life in Jamaica. It was a journey, but that journey, well done, well good spend, and move on to the higher life again. God be with you.